Oh, sorry.
You blowing the mic?
That's my defense mechanism. Anytime anyone scares me, I blow them.
Well, with that, welcome back to a spooky Hold My Popcorn.
I want to know where that sound came from. How deep in your jelly rolls do you have to go to get that one to really reverberate? Okay.
Sorry,
We're doing great tonight, guys.
I was in my own space. Let's continue.
Tim's like, I have a no gag reflex. Check this out. Well, with that, I'm Max Healy in Nashville. And with us, as always, is my right-hand man, my co-captain. He's really into fishing. He looked great in a recent local newspaper clipping alongside his wife and pet. The fish master himself, John Anoshak's back on the show. How are you, John?
I'm shocked, Max. Thank you for the honor. I'll take my bouquet. I will give you, Tim, a middle finger. And I'm just going to have a quick sip here and enjoy the applause from my...
Where are you going to give it to me, though, John?
Here, open your mouth. I'm going to test your gag reflex. That's impressive. That's really impressive. Just wipe my hand off real quick. Hi, Max.
Hi. Well, we also got the hook man. Tim Begins on the show. How are you, Tim?
Living the dream, Max. Living the dream. You know, I'm blowing people that I want to blow nowadays. I'm not blowing people for my pimp, Patrice. So that's good. I'm glad. Yeah. I'm out from under his pink high-heeled shoe.
Patrice.
Blown out of fun, not fear.
Yeah, blown out of fun, not fear. Exactly.
Good.
Yep.
Change that F around. Well, last week we wrapped up our time travel episode. By the way, Tim, that was me just getting back at you for slighting me last week.
What do you mean?
On the time cop.
What did you do? What did you do?
Well,
time cop?
Mm-hmm. We'll have to just listen to the tape.
Oh, it's God. Okay. Yeah, I do remember that because I hosted and then I, yes. I do remember
I need a timestamp and I need to listen to this later.
Indeed.
Because
cut that not remembering out, Max.
Max is genuinely upset. I could see it. He's thinking on it.
Because I kind of shit on. I didn't shit on Max, but I made it seem like Bill was the captain and the commander of the of the show, not Max. Yeah, and Preble.
Oh,
and then he introduced me as a power bottom.
I maintain you're a power bottom. I'm not going to take that back.
I mean, dude, you're elastic, dude. Let's face it. It's okay. Something to be ashamed of.
Sure. All right. Well, last week, that's probably going to be all edited out.
Would have helped if I remembered. But I'm working pretty slow today. I don't know why.
Wait, you're mad at me?
Last week, we wrapped up our time travel episode. And this week, we're just going to do a little one-off since it's Halloween. So for this episode, for our horror movie, we watched one of the better video game adaptations in Resident Evil from 2002.
Resident Evil. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. It's so bad. It's good. It's actually so bad it's mediocre, is how I would describe the movie. Did not age well. But it's fun.
Definitely aged.
But it's still very fun.
I think it was very fun.
It's the game. I mean, they did a good job of sticking with the game. I was impressed to see that CGI could be so terrible in 2002. I was expecting a lot more.
Yeah, that monster was good.
I think it was a good movie. It was a fun movie. Fun, it was an entertaining movie. Maybe fun's not the apt word for it. But the thing that kind of struck me, I'm not like a video game guy, but the thing that did strike me is that like the writing on video games must have gotten a lot better since like Resident Evil times, because like a lot of these like Resident Evil type games and Tomb Raider type games, although good games, entertaining games, like you can just tell they were like written for the incel community. Yeah, they were like because it's just like this kind of like good, like hot woman who can fight good, but is also like submissive, kind of. You know what I mean? It's just like it's written for that kid from California, like shot up a bunch of people because he didn't get laid.
Jesus Christ.
Okay,
Probably
Max,
gotta
cut
edit
that
that part out too.
God damn it!
Timmy's
Oh
on
God,
fire.
what's it called? Free speech jail? 15 minutes.
All right.
I'd
No,
say for
not really.
this movie,
That was actually good. That makes sense to me.
lots of leather and a lot of late 90s like mall techno music in this one.
Oh God.
Yeah.
And giant leather boots. I mean, it was they
the Matrix
definitely
effect.
knocked off some of the Matrix shit. Yeah, in a big
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
You know, complete with a wall run and then spinning kick
Oh my God.
at one
Yeah.
point in the movie. Like it's
Slow
like, all right.
motion all over the place.
Oh my God, so much fucking slow mo.
Yep.
Bullet time. But Mila, dude, smoking.
It looks
Still,
great.
Looks great.
smoking.
Yeah.
Looks good in that blonde hair. I'm a
My
fan.
God.
Yep. And I was saying to Nikki last night, and like it's funny when you just the Matrix effect because movies like action movies now, like first of all the action stars are just much bigger already, but then like they're always like bronzed, like super tan, like kind of glistening. Like sometimes they'll be wearing kind of like brighter clothing, and then in this, it's just like they're all just skinny, pale with like leather coats.
I'm telling you,
Crazy
Dusters.
pale
because
and like clammy.
Yeah, yeah.
Every one of
clammy.
them are just moist the
Yeah.
entire time.
greasy.
it's because these games were written by game developers. Like they didn't. The CEO of like Ubisoft hadn't thought of maybe we should like get some actual like writers to like workshop this game. You know what I mean? Like from Hollywood, and they can
Yeah.
have broader appeal. You know what I mean? It was just like no, this was written by fucking Chen. A guy named Chen and a guy named Robbie Rosenstein, and they were computer science.
None of what Tim is saying is going to make it into this episode.
Tim's like, I never want to work again.
If we're gonna be editing this, Tim's just gonna be going, yep. And then it's just gonna be it.
You should just, this is the time to add the bleep, like the bleep, 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 bleep.
You're like, what the fuck?
All right.
That might actually be pretty
ethnicities
funny.
aside, they were computer science majors at Stanford. They weren't like, you know, they're not writers. That's all I'm saying.
Well, also,
What were
you
their names again?
Well, you also got to think that like the first Resident Evil came out in 97. That's like what 3 years removed from Super Nintendo being
That's what I mean.
created. It's just like it's still very early on.
Yeah.
But Resident
Yeah.
Evil, I think, was one of the first games that kind of like treated it cinematically,
Right.
right? It's like
In a
Resident
big way,
Evil
yeah.
and like Metal Gear Solid, and but they
Lots of
actually had like voice
dialogue.
actors and
Yeah,
Yeah,
lots of
dialogue.
dialogue. Yeah,
Exposition.
different ways to do stuff. Open world ish. Scary as piss. Like I knew many a child who shat themselves playing that with like one of their older siblings when
Yeah.
it came out. Apparently scary as all balls. Even like this movie was scary. I remember when it came out in 2002.
yeah, not scary
And
at all
now-
but yeah.
No, you can see half of the jump scares coming from like a mile away. Like,
And the other half that are supposed to be jump scares that they jump and you're like, wait a minute, that was supposed to be scary.
yeah, what? Oh, wow. I'm a man, aren't I? Yeah. Counting my chest hairs here, holding my fucking dick.
Well, I mean, this guy knows how to make scary because he made
Yeah, what
the space movie, the one Sam Neill.
Yeah, with the Fifth
Oh,
Element,
yeah.
right?
The one
No.
that John told me never to
No,
watch.
not The
'cause
Fifth
I would
Element.
Shit myself.
Oh, God damn it, yeah, because that's what like
Prometheus.
Event Horizon,
Event Horizon.
Event Horizon, and a movie so fucked up they had to water it down, and it still gives me chills to this
Yeah,
day.
I haven't finished it.
Halloween season, watch that shit. Maybe I'll
Definitely.
bring it up at the end of the episode. But yeah, scary is all fucking shit. So I think Tim that he fought too for that real quick titty in the beginning of the movie. That once we get started and we get into that, that's the kind of director he is. He's like, I still want the gore. We have to have one tit.
It's to
Mila
hook
doesn't care.
people like me in.
She's down to
she's
fuck.
she's naked all the time. Yeah. Apparently, the last scene, the final scene of the movie, he wanted her not even have any clothes at all. He wanted her to be completely naked, and then she walks outside completely naked. He's like, just to show how like exposed she is. Like, no, you just want to see some tits and ass before the movie ends.
Pretty much.
Clearly, you have a crush on this girl, but he's married to her now.
Yeah, they're married.
Well, whatever she was wearing in that last scene, it's like, what the fuck is happening?
The fucking paper towels.
Just, like, why couldn't you, if you're gonna do it, just put on a fucking like gown, like a medical gown or something?
Yeah.
Being in a lot of hospitals recently, I can tell you that does not exist. Like maybe in like the medic tent, like the Playboy Mansion, but like it doesn't exist. No, I mean there's definitely people walking around where you're like, well, I just watched an ass walk by, but that's all you see. You never get to see like the full side where it's like, let's get the full profile down of my patient.
It just seems like cumbersome too. It's like
strange.
It's not even like it wouldn't even be easy to take off. I mean, what's the point of it?
God, it's the stuff that lawsuits are made.
I'm telling you, this stuff was written
Yeah.
by fucking Chen Chen and Robbie Rosenstein.
All right, let's get into it. So the movie kicks off with a voiceover reading these one-sentence texts to you, so you know this is a movie for smart people, explaining that the Umbrella Corporation is basically what Amazon will be in 15 years from now, where they own 90% share of the market. But unbeknownst to the public, they're also the leading producer of military weapons, biowarfare, and genetic experimentation.
Yeah, so they've done a lot of work on erections before they got to this point. It's exactly what that means. They got all their money out of curing erections and male baldness, and then they moved on to giant zombie viruses.
Well, I'm sure that's how this virus is discovered.
Yeah, they put a couple of like little dots just onto the guy's balding head, and then just fully exposes it into a brain. He just turns into that huge monster.
Oh, the lickers, yeah.
This is just Rogaine.
I know that turned that guy into a zombie dog, but you see his boner?
Yeah, dude.
We got some promise
Nice
here.
dick.
I'm pretty sure it actually spoke to me. Fucking zombie cock, dude. Could you imagine zombie cock? It's still not as scary as like the vagina with teeth. Like
Or
I don't know what like
Frankenhooker.
an evil like a Frankencock, like what an evil
Frankenhooker's a movie.
monster cock would look like. Wait, what is it called?
It's called Frankenhooker. It's a movie from the 80s. Fantastic movie.
Oh my god.
That's
Shit
right.
this country is.
Should we do that soon, Mac?
We should. It's really funny.
Is that Donald
Yeah,
Trump's
I'm in.
second favorite movie?
Probably. You probably picked her
Yeah.
up.
Oh Jesus. God
She was,
damn it.
yeah, I'm not even going to get into that right now, but all right.
No, Max, when they're dead, they're all hookers.
They're all Frankenhookers when you resuscitate them from the dead.
I do like these
Jesus.
these premises though of like, you know, the folly of a technocratic and pure capitalistic, you know, monopolistic world.
Mm-hmm.
Because like, I mean, we're heading there. Like Max said, like Jeff Bezos and Amazon are going to be this.
Yeah.
Or they're going to be the Umbrella Corporation in, 6 months probably.
Probably. If they're not already. They definitely already have zombies.
Oh, 100%. Dude, they want zombies to work in their fucking
Yeah.
plants. It's exactly what they
this is-
want.
It's not slavery. They're already dead.
Right. They're
fine.
already dead.
They
They
love
have
it.
no needs. They
Yeah.
have no cognition.
Yeah, we just,
You know.
our bottom, our bottom 10% of our salesmen, we just feed them to the zombies. They keep everything going.
Right, exactly.
So this sentence is going to have the most Resident Evil jargon of the entire episode. So the movie opens up with the cool zoom-in shot of a man in the Umbrella Corp biolab called the Hive, stealing all the T-virus samples and his antidotes and placing them in a suitcase before smashing the remaining T-virus sample, which then goes airborne into the vents, leading to the superpower AI called the Red Queen, killing basically every person in this lab in various ways.
Everything is so fucking metal. Like it is so off the wall metal. Everything. You've got evil AI, Red Queen, badass.
Yeah.
Fucking the Hive, badass. Like everyone dies, badass. Like just it's just everything's metal. Like some chick gets her head cut off in an elevator. Fucking metal. I mean, just oh my god, everything about the fucking beginning of this movie is just fantastic, and it's also great too because you even get to see some cuties walking by, but then they're dead, and that's fucking metal. It's just fucking fantastic, and how fast it happens too, and it all gets set off when some nerd gets his coffee spilled
I
on
know.
him.
First day of work, a coffee spilt on his shirt. Metal.
Yeah, metal. And then dead. Better. Like
Claustrophobia, dead.
Yeah.
It would just be hilarious if after he got the copies
Tantalizing.
built on him, he's like, how could this day get any worse?
Oh, just give it another minute, buddy.
Yeah.
Oh my God. But like, talk about, yeah, like a day going from just like bad to worse in under 5 minutes. It goes from like, yeah, coffee in my shirt to like, I'm having a fucking panic attack stuck in an elevator to I'm dead.
Yep.
5 minutes. Boom. Like,
I thought that
God.
they would be cutting back to those people in the elevator. Like, I thought they were going to be characters in this. And even like that jumpy guy was going to like have a bigger part. Like whether he gets like infected or like he's like an essential part of the plan to like escape, but nope, they just die within like a minute.
Yeah, there's a
It's
significant
great.
amount of character development for people who are in the movie for like 30 seconds.
Yep.
My favorite part of this whole scene though is like I design like a lot of like fire and life safety systems. And those are like systems, you know, save people's lives and stuff. I'm kind of intrigued by whatever engineering discipline there is to like as murder systems.
Yeah, like an elevator guillotine.
Elevator guillotine,
It's pretty good.
a drowning system, you know, gassing system. I mean, I'm now okay. I'm now getting into. You have to cut this out again.
yeah.
I wasn't really listening.
I thought
I
we were going to
picked up-
skip
yeah.
over the gas. I was like, Like,
Why hasn't anyone done that yet?
But I'm just interested. Like, you know, this is where do I have to go to school to learn how to be a murder engineer?
what are you, fucking H.H. Holmes? Like, you want to build a fucking murder castle?
I don't want to, but if there's a market for it, you know, maybe I can fill the need.
Top dollar.
All right. Well, that's
Yeah, top
respectable.
dollar. Listen, I'm not
Once again, capitalism. Run
capitalist.
amok.
Listen,
Here we are.
I'm not
Mhm.
being bad. I'm not making immoral decisions. I'm just feeling a need for the market. So
that's every villain in every movie ever.
Yes,
That's what Tim
exactly.
just
Oh
said.
my God.
Tim just had his like say goodnight to the bad guy moment. Like
That's
say goodnight to the bad guy.
that's what every like, you know, like all these Netflix documentaries about Wall Street, that's what every like hedge fund manager says. He's like, I'm not being a bad person for kicking all these people out of their homes. I'm just doing what the market tells me to do. So
If I didn't put money in to make this business fail, someone else would.
Right.
Okay.
yeah. So I'm not a bad guy. Okay. Listen, if I didn't make these murder systems, someone else would have.
Yeah.
So all I'm doing is just my job.
Mm-hmm. Capitalism.
Right.
That's it. That's what George Washington wanted for me to make this drowning gas chamber.
Yeah, exactly.
So we then cut to a naked Alice played by Mila Jovovich. Jovovich. Yeah, that's the name.
Wait, no, Jovovich.
I think it's Jovovich.
Is it Jovovich?
I did the I phonetically spelt it out and I did the pronunciation.com. So I think that's
Oh my
it.
god!
I'm probably gonna be wrong.
Like, it could be. I mean, like, because it's Ukrainian, so it definitely could be.
Anyway, she wakes up from this shower floor with no idea who she is and why she's in an empty, creepy mansion.
But ooh, that silhouette! I'm telling you, figure, girl, legs, go for
Great
days.
legs. Yeah, that's her best asset. It's probably the legs.
And like, no wonder the director was like, "I'm marrying that." I mean, like up close, just like literally with the camera, like super up close with just the chin. Like,
Just act like there's nobody else
I mean, no one can see this, but
Triple chin.
just
Hold on.
drooling.
I will take a photo of it. Do it again, John. There we go. Perfect.
I'll send you guys a video that I found. I got that from recently. It's funny as fuck. But anyways.
So,
But yeah, like him up close, just like drooling with the camera with his double chins just shaking, with Mila having to just like play nighty night
yeah.
naked in front of this guy with him like, I'm going to marry you. It's
I'm
like,
gonna have your
this
babies.
director's a fucking creep. But God, this shot was so fucking
Bill,
sexy.
I just had this really big crush on the actress in this movie. Well, what you need to do is you need to take the Jello pudding pops and you need to take these pills.
You need to get the non-lethal gas and put it into the shower so she passes out and you can do whatever you want with her.
Go, 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 go.
Go, you put the penis in the unwanted vagina and you do the raping.
America's
American
Dad.
Yep. Icon. When she writes, so when she goes and sees like the handwritten note and she copies it down with her handwriting just to check to make sure it's not hers. Like, I was shocked that she didn't then go like, this handwriting must have come from someone else.
Right.
If it was in the video game, she would have.
She definitely would have if it was a video game.
Oh, yeah. Well, because if it was in the video game, you kind of wouldn't have known. Like, that's why video games have to, have a lot of exposition.
Yep.
Because, like, you kind of need to tell people exactly what's going on.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So Alice, she's looking around outside, noticing this brisk wind when blam! Bunch of black ops and gas masks break through the windows and scoop up Alice and a cop named Matt Addison and take them through a secret door and down to the hive via train where they meet Alice's air quote husband, Spence.
Spence. Purefoy.
Who is
James.
hot.
The king from A Knight's Tale.
Dude. Yeah. Yeah, he fucking did. And he actually carries an American accent pretty well, which I was impressed
For the
with.
most part. He did towards the end, he did have a few things I was like, oh, where are you from?
Yeah.
Yeah, there was one scene where you're like, huh.
The end, yeah. When he, yeah. You're like, ooh. No other
Yeah,
takes?
oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
But like, God, he looks good with the
think to
5
do
o'clock
one more
show.
take?
Just maybe
Well, you need to put the camera at me, not under Mila's crotch. All right.
No, we're getting B-roll. Let's throw the trailers.
No, don't
Also,
listen to him. It's just not a good shot, I see.
So Michelle Rodriguez's first line of this movie is "Blow Me," which is just very
Michelle Rodriguez.
on brand for 2000s Michelle Rodriguez.
Yeah.
She's the best, dude. She's like,
Badass
spoiler
in
alert,
this.
she's my fucking favorite. She is so great.
Apparently, she's
So
a big
great.
fan of the games too. That's why
Yeah.
she was in it. She had told her agents, like, if they ever make a movie, I need to be in it. And originally, her character was like the first one to go, and then I guess Mila changed it. She wanted her to stay around.
God, I mean, she's fucking great for this. It's just like hardcore badass bitch. She's basically like who's the woman in Aliens? Same thing.
Ripley.
Who's
Yeah.
no. The other one.
Fucking.
Who I think is also Rodriguez, funny enough. Well, like the character.
Yeah.
But
It's actually a
either
Jewish
way.
lady in a spray tan.
Yeah. Yeah. But like same. Tan, deadly.
Yeah, definitely. Not as sexy as that lady in Aliens, though. My God.
No. But we all remember the Fast and the Furious.
Indeed. Which had come out a few months before this. This is was her second movie. Yeah.
I think it's hilarious. Like, who else were they going to carry through except for her? I mean, the only other charismatic actor in that sort of Black Ops team was like the James Bond dude, the black guy from James Bond.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was good.
But he
was good.
cut into a checkerboard. So, I mean, who else are you going to fucking carry through?
Yep.
Like, she's the only one that has like any chops, any charisma.
Yeah. So let me ask you guys this. Alice, she checks the inside of her ring and it says property of the Umbrella Corp.
Yeah.
If you take your ring off right now and it said property of, what would it say?
Jeffrey Epstein.
I think mine would say DiGiorno Pizza.
Yeah. Mine would be just soup dumpling.
Property of Soup Dumpling.
Yes, that is right.
Returning to Soup Dumplingville.
Just want to live in it. I want to swim in it. I want to be born inside of a soup dumpling, spoiled, pop into someone's mouth. Tim, open your mouth. I'm going back in.
No.
Open up the mouth. Here comes the soup dumpling.
Here comes the soup dumpling coming on down. Choo choo, little Irishman. Open your mouth.
Jeffrey, get over here. Bring all my Jello pudding pops with my special pills.
God.
So the leader of the Black Ops crew, Shade, that's his name. He gives Alice and the audience some exposition saying that his special ops crew works for the Umbrella Corporation and they are called in to shut down the Red Queen. And also Alice and Spence were assigned to protect the Hive's secret entrance under the mansion, and their marriage was just a cover. You blew
Isn't this where we got? Yeah, you blew it. It's gone. Isn't this where we get to see a quick? We get to see a quick a little finger banging action or something, aren't they? Doesn't it show like a quick flashback?
Oh,
of
they
Oh,
show
yeah,
the
them
fucking
fucking-
just to,
flashback of
like,
They show several.
the sex
Yeah,
and things.
because of course we can't believe that they were married undercover. Just with the wedding, we also had to throw in a sex scene too. Just cause. I wonder how many takes that was. Director man.
Days. Also, that cop Addison in this scene, he keeps on staring at the vent. They keep on cutting back to the vent, which then has zero payoff. Like,
Has
Yeah,
nothing
it
to it.
doesn't.
what
Yeah,
the fuck was going
nothing.
on there?
I
No
don't
idea.
know. Honestly, there must have been something that they cut out that paid off later with the vent, but they just cut it out for time or whatever.
There's several instances in which you could tell it's like, oh no, there's definitely like they cut something out right there. Like during some of
Right,
these action scenes, especially like they just kind of go from one place and then they're somewhere else. Like, how the fuck they get into the other room? They were just here. They're in a different room a second ago.
Right, exactly. I have to say, like, I don't know if this is more of a function of directing, like maybe doing like too long of scenes, too much content in one scene, or if it was editing. But yeah, there's some like, it's an action movie, so who gives a fucking shit? But it's like there's some incongruities for sure.
Oh yeah, some of the jank. There was definitely something going on with the production because apparently they didn't have enough extras for zombies, so they just started throwing studio execs.
Yeah.
in there.
I saw that. Yeah. And like just like
Yeah.
the special, like the coordinators for all the, like all the, not special effects, whatever the fuck you call it. I can't think today either. God damn it. Whatever.
We're doing great.
People,
We're doing great,
staff
guys.
from the movie. You could say.
Yeah. Stunt coordinators.
Oh,
They
okay,
were
yeah.
using them
Stunt
as
coordinators.
zombies for certain scenes. They're like, yeah, we can't find somebody to do it, so can you just do it? We'll just give you different makeup.
I mean, who wouldn't? I'd be like, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Be a zombie.
Hines Ward was a zombie in one of the Walking Dead episodes early
Yeah,
on.
he was.
Yeah, I remember that. All right, so after this, Shade and two others head to the Red Queen's chamber through the cube room, where they all get lasered to death, with Shade surviving the first 3 rounds of attacks before turning into cube pieces of meat himself, which I guess is why they call it the cubed room.
Yes, he literally turns into stew beef.
Yes, he does.
He falls into a nice little pile. Like for a second too, like my stomach went like dinner.
And
No,
put him into a crock pot.
Like I mean, seriously, like the sound is right too. It's like it all just like falls like ooh,
Delectable.
sashimi.
Tasty.
I just wonder why the
Sorry. Do you use the same razor on your balls as you use on your face? Are you sick of cutting your dick and balls with razors that are too sharp or too dull? Do you suffer from severe chafing or bad ball smell on a daily basis? Hi, Millie Bays here to tell you that this episode of Hold My Popcorn is brought to you by Manscaped, the best in men's below-the-waist grooming. Manscaped engineered the ultimate groin and body trimmer by focusing on intelligent functionality and an incredibly comfortable grooming experience. Their state-of-the-art trimmer features a cutting-edge ceramic blade to reduce grooming accidents thanks to their advanced skin-safe technology. The Lawnmower 4.0 is the best body grooming razor on the market, but don't take my word for it. Instead, hear from some of our happiest customers. Gotta say, after I used the Lawnmower 4.0, I was amazed by how big my junk looked. I recently bought the Crop Preserver anti-chafing ball deodorant, and then I shoved my wife's face into my crotch. She said it's never smelled better, and she went back asking for seconds. These waterproof and wireless changing trimmers reduce the risk of ingrown hairs and grooming accidents, and millions of men have tried and tested these products with outstanding results. Once a month, I tuck my useless man parts in between my legs and dance to the song Goodbye Horses in front of my guests. This used to lead to a lot of razor burn and pain. But now with the Lawnmower 4.0, I find myself shaving even when it's just me and my dog Precious. Thank you, Manscaped. Join over 4 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped with the exclusive offer of 10% off your first order. But I'm not done. Call right now and receive an additional 10% off your order by using the promo code MyPopcorn at checkout. That's a 20% off value, absolutely free. So go to manscaped.com today and use the promo code MyPopcorn at checkout.
Operators are standing by.
Going back to the movie, though, with Shade. Did not expect him to get killed so quickly in this movie.
No.
Yeah, that
He
was
was
a nice
great.
little...
Oh my God, dude. He was ice cold too. And he was like,
Great voice.
It was interesting though. They did a good job of like, after like, you know, the leader is dead, all the other commandos are like,
Well, that guy Kaplan, he goes like, okay, let's do it. And then the guy Addison goes, do what?
Yeah.
I'm not fucking going in there.
Well, they were kind of like
yeah.
that entire sequence where they're like they showed up at the mansion, they got on the train, they got down to this place right outside of fucking the Red Queen's lair, right? And there was like this gradual awakening or like crystallization that really the only professional in this group is Addison, and everyone else is kind of like maybe not all that professional. Like he was a Navy SEAL or an SAS operator, and everyone else was like,
Oh, Shade. Yeah.
flunked out of the cops.
Yeah.
Flunked out of the police academy.
Like, my dad got me this job.
Right.
I don't know how to shoot a gun.
Right. Exactly.
They were like janitors at Blackwater.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have Blackwater on their resume. It doesn't mean they're actually have any experience.
Yeah, IT professional.
I used to clean up oil in a garage.
Right.
It's Blackwater, right? Is that what it is? Also, I was going to say that they should have hired Sam Jackson if they're going to kill off like this badass in the first 30 minutes. But
yes,
apparently that actor is buddies with Sam Jackson. And it kind of works because Spence is like a Thomas Jane knockoff. So you kind of get two knockoffs in one.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Actually, he's such a Thomas Jane knockoff that I'm sitting there like, that is Thomas Jane.
I know. He looks like fucking Thomas Jane.
It's exactly like Thomas Jane.
Okay, who the fuck is Thomas Jane?
Oh, Thomas the Punisher. Deep Blue Sea.
Jesus Christ, they do look identical. Yeah. Sorry, I just never remember his goddamn name.
Yeah.
I confuse them to this day.
They look
visually.
The same.
Yeah.
Like, they're just not memorable.
Do we know?
Like, Thomas Jane used to think his shit didn't stink. He's like the fucking worst actor ever. He's like, he is the same person forever.
He would have been a good fit in this movie, actually. I don't think he had
he
hit
actually would have worked.
Yeah.
We need a movie like they
Deep
need
Blue
to
Sea
do
was
like a
gonna be
remake of Face Off and just like have those two go after each other. But the funny thing is, they changed their faces. You still can't tell who the fuck is who. It just doesn't matter. It's
You
like,
guys sound the same too. Just one of them kind of has a fake American accent. That's the face off. It's just Thomas Jane does a shitty British accent, and that guy does a shitty American accent.
Yeah,
and they just
There's
say they don't do anything else.
Purefoy does win though in the end because he fucks on screen, not in this movie, but in like he does the Roman shit and all. It's great cock on that man.
All right, so the IT guy Kaplan, he sets off an EMP, shutting down the Red Queen system, which opens all the doors in the facility, which turns out to be a huge mistake because zombies. As we cue late 90s new metal accompanied by a fuck ton of bullets, as the remaining crew just unloads on these zombie scientists.
Yeah, this is kind of like the I don't know, it's kind of funny that they would spend all this money. It's like they'd spend all this money on this fucking like sweet AI, and the AI did its job by like trying to kill to contain the virus, and they forgot to just put like one backdoor into the AI to see what it was actually doing.
Yeah, you just unplug it, and they're like, "Oh, no problem now."
Right? Yeah, exactly. Like the designer was just like, "Huh, I guess I don't really know what it's doing now." Well,
this is quite the Death Star loophole.
Right, yeah,
to shut this
exactly.
whole superpower down with one little thing.
This appears to me my womp rat-sized hole.
Well, yeah, like wouldn't they at least have like remote access to like the cameras and shit?
Right?
Because like even after
Yeah.
this mission, like spoiler alert, the mission doesn't go well, guys.
Mm-mm.
But afterwards, like an Umbrella's like, we're opening it back up. We got to figure out what happened. It's like, what? How the fuck do we still?
This
My
is
God.
a sentient AI. Wouldn't you think you would be able to just like call it up and be like, "Hey, what are you doing?" They'd be like, "Oh, well, you guys unleashed a virus down here that's going to kill humanity, so I'm containing it."
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Continue.
Yep. Just
You know?
just kill everybody and just let us know how that goes.
Right. Exactly.
Sounds good, Queenie.
Yep.
Get
Yeah,
it
they
done.
don't give a fuck.
There was definitely like a conference call in like a sterile office building in like Chicago, where they were just like, all right, like the CEO's like, all right, well, can we just like call up the AI and see what's happening down there? And the guy from IT, like the CTO, is just like, we can't actually talk to the AI. The CEO's, well, what do you mean?
I mean, everyone's talking to it.
Why can't we talk to it? It's a sentient AI. It can talk. That's its job, right? Well, it was just we had some design issues and the schedule, and we was just an oversight. The guy's like, "This is a massive problem."
I mean, she was talking to us, and she asked us not to do it, so we just listened to her.
Right.
I think I'm in love with her.
Listen, I broke up with
Turns
the
into
AI,
movie Her.
and we're not talking anymore.
Yeah.
That's what the CTO says. He's like, I had
She's
a
bitch.
romantic relationship with the AI, and I broke up with her, and she's not talking to me anymore.
Yeah. So we need to give her some time to cool off.
Right.
Also, one of the zombies bites Michelle Rodriguez, and you get some little bits of flashbacks that will continue to come around with Alice talking about codes.
Are we going to start counting how many times Rodriguez gets bit in this
I know.
movie? It's like 6-7 times.
Yeah, I don't have enough fingers.
Easy.
God, it's like every time it's just like the same thing. She's like, motherfucker.
Just another
And then
bite.
just shoots the shit out of something. It's like, damn. Dude,
She gets bit so much to the point that she can't shoot it. She's like, I can't see anything. I've been bit so many times.
I've lost a quart of blood. Like,
I'm good. I'm still good. I just can't see her walk. I'm good though.
I'm bleeding out of every leg, arm, foot, and hand.
I'm oddly
Just
horny.
As long as I get this
Mildly
antidote,
horny.
it's like you're past the antidote, Michelle, baby. You're like Al
Yeah.
Capone level syphilis right now.
Yeah.
There ain't nothing to do about it.
It's beyond the point of repair.
Yeah.
So they finally are able to break the code, and they get out of this like xenomorph server room. That is the ugliest fucking computer server room I've ever seen, by the way. And they're then just greeted by a larger horde of zombies who take another bite out of Michelle Rodriguez, and then they overpower her BFF bro, who is named JD.
Oh,
Zombies
JD.
eat her or eat him.
Oh, poor JD.
Yeah. So I was mistaken JD for the guy from The Mummy who's in the later movies.
Oh, and the second one?
yeah. Yeah.
So I'm gonna confess something. I started watching the second one today. I actually pretty much finished it.
I downloaded it for my flight for tomorrow.
It's in the beginning I was watching it and I was like, ooh, this is better. And then like it keeps going. I was like, this is terrible. But I couldn't stop watching. It's got some fucking scenes. But yeah, you'll enjoy it. It's fun.
I've only seen bits and pieces of the other ones, and I just remember, is it the third one where Ashanti gets like eaten by a bunch of like zombie crows in a school bus?
Yeah.
Think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember watching that one with you, John.
Oh God. I know.
Back
It's
in
just so
college.
strange. It was so long ago now.
I know.
I will say though that the oh gosh, he's like it's the black actor that's in the second one. Like
Mike
the
Epps.
really funny one.
Mike Epps. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. He steals the entire movie. Like, I think he's actually the reason I kept watching it was just for his little scenes. So you're gonna love it. Yeah, you're gonna love it. It's
Looking forward to
fantastic.
it. Were you guys say? You guys say something to me?
I was gonna say that I've I was gonna say that I was gonna say
Every time there's a pause now, you're just gonna replace it with.
that I do have a distinct recollection of also like starting the second movie and then being like, oh, I don't want to watch this.
This is not good.
This is
Yeah,
good.
it's really bad.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Alice, she then takes out a pack of zombie dogs with her amnesia, Jason Bourne-like skills of pinpoint gun accuracy and slow motion kung fu kicking ability.
She apparently trained for like
3
like a couple
months or
months.
some shit.
Yeah, just to do
That's
the wall
bullshit.
run.
I don't believe
Which
that.
I mean, I don't know. It would probably take me 90 days to be able to pull that one off. But then again, like I'm not Mila Jovovich.
Use fucking I don't believe that trivia fact at all.
Yeah, use
Just
wires.
Yeah.
Use wires.
Yeah.
That's what they.
True.
The same director also directed the first Mortal Kombat. You think that fucking Luke Cage was actually like running up a wall and doing those like running kicks?
Right.
No, use fucking
Max,
wires.
Luke, he did. Oh, he absolutely did.
Liu Kang, not Luke Cage. Excuse me.
Yeah, Luke Cage.
So then after this, we learned that Addison is not a cop, and he and his sister Lisa were undercover activists trying to expose the Umbrella Corporation. Also, Alice was her contact who planned on stealing the samples for Lisa. Also, Lisa's now a zombie and tries to eat Addison.
Dude, hot ass zombie. I'm just saying.
Girl.
I still remember in like middle school seeing that and being like, nice.
I'll get bit for that.
Putting a pillow over your lap, huh, John? He's got a pillow on his lap.
Already
right
got
now.
I feel on my lap right now, you know? Hey, I know what we were getting ready to talk about, but like this, she gets clobbered over the head, Lisa zombie. She's dead by Mila Jovovich. She saves the day, whatever the fuck her name is.
Yeah.
And then she's, so then like dead zombie there. That's when I really saw it and I was like, nice.
Floating dead zombie.
Because it like, so first off, like in that scene, it's like, okay, she walks up behind our dude and our dude's like, oh, fuck. Like, what? No, sis. Like, whoa. Like, doesn't realize. Like, he turns into Keanu Reeves, like, whoa, sis, whoa. And and then, yeah. But, like, you don't even really quite see that she's a zombie except for being extra pale until, like, the meth teeth come out. Like, all of the zombies have meth teeth. How did that happen in, like, 13 hours?
I don't fucking
Side
know.
effect of the virus?
I guess.
Maybe this virus just is meth.
Yeah.
Sweeping the American Southwest by storm.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, it could just be that that biker meth and Mandy. It could just be that turn them into zombies, spiky zombies, as we see later. So it could be that.
Oh God!
You just walk into one of the back rooms and fucking Walter White just in there in his underwear.
I'm doing this for my family.
Doing this for my family.
Cooking up, rolling around.
Right, yeah.
Zombies on like fucking chains all around them.
In reality, this isn't actually happening. There's just some executives standing outside of a glass room. All these people are running around like there's zombies everywhere because they're all high on meth. They'd be like, I don't know, this meth seems a little too strong.
But are their dicks hard? It's like on clipboards writing stuff down.
Yeah.
God damn it, we can give people boners, but we can't stop them from being zombies.
Tell you what, this zombie has some great volume in their hair. It's luscious. Sign me up.
So I'm going to say something right now, and it's going to be kind of out of character for me. Your people are going to be like, what is happening with Tim? But I was desperately in need of like some more character development from Mila's character. Like, why did she want to get the virus? Like, what were her motivations? You know, like what happened behind the scenes? And I think all that stuff might be explained in the second one, but like, I was just kind of like, all right, so she randomly did this. She doesn't remember. And you're not even going to like a fucking attempt to allude to anything or explain it. You're just going to like leave it hanging out there. It kind of left me with a bad taste in my mouth.
So I'm going to let you down hard and let you know that none of that is explained in the second one. Mila just comes out of the gate in the second one as like fucking Neo out at the end of the first Matrix. Like just kills everything.
Swinging.
Like, there's like a motorcycle that goes through like a church window at some point, blows the church up, like that kind of shit. Like double
More action in
shotguns.
the first
It's
scene
ridiculous.
for the whole movie.
Yeah.
The last one.
Yeah, like it's fucking banana land is the second one. So they did need to go more into it because like also this is a few years after The Fifth Element. Like Mila, red hot as far as an actress. Like everyone wants to know everything about her roles. And yeah, in this one it was just like, well, can run up walls.
Yeah.
Strong silent type.
She wears boots with a red dress.
Very
That's about
strange red dress too. That's like
just laid out for her.
Not even.
That's what I'm saying, dude. This is why I kind
Cyberpunk
of like, get
weird
this
shit. Yeah.
weird, like, you know, made for nerds kind of thing. Like, I love this movie. I like the game too. I'm not like,
Oh yeah.
but
No,
like,
we
it's
know.
just kind of like, why is she in this dress? Who thinks
I
that
just
that's-
assumed that she was a video game character, and then the character just wore a red dress with boots. Then I found out that she's not even a character in any of the games. I'm like, well, then what the fuck is... Yeah, like...
Right.
Well, I was just making a lot of assumptions just based off of just, like, built-in, video game stuff.
Right, exactly.
Nope.
We've already called into question what the director was actually trying to do with this movie.
Oh, yeah.
So dude, this guy in editing must have been like, will you just take your hands out of your pants for 5 minutes when we finish cutting, just clipping this scene? Like, it's just, God damn it.
Give me a pillow, goddammit. Yeah, you were saying that, Tim, and my note was the flashbacks are starting to kind of make sense to Alice and the audience.
Right. It's just like, what's happening? Why are they doing this?
Maybe they'll explain it in the 6th movie.
Yeah.
Because I think they've had 6. I think she's been in 6 of these.
Yeah. And thank God they're married, because that's the only reason I think she does them. She's like,
dude, they make money.
Another one.
I looked it up. The most recent one made like $300 and something million.
Dude.
Oh, Jesus.
I was like, what? I didn't know this movie existed. How the fuck did it make $300 million?
China, man.
Wow. So they clock in, they go to work.
So then everyone, they meet back up and are notified that the exit doors will be sealed in 1 hour. So Alice decides that the only way out is to reinstate the Red Queen AI, who explains the rules of how zombies work. Then in the tunnels, we have more zombies with more kung fu slow motion by Alice. Then ends with Michelle Rodriguez getting bit several more times. And then an infected Kaplan forces a crew to leave him behind.
See, this is where first of all, like Michelle Rodriguez, just call it a life. You're done. You're dead.
Just shoot yourself in the fucking
Just
head.
go for it.
Jesus.
Yeah,
But I'm gonna
right?
say that for the rest of these people. Like,
I know.
like you're
Fuck this.
you're about to die in like some catastrophic explosion. You're not gonna feel anything. You're like 30 seconds, not 30 seconds. You're like an hour and 30 minutes away from like sweet painless release. Just fucking.
Oh no, dude. They're locking the doors. That's it.
Yeah, I think just gotta lock the doors and just let
so
them
they're
just
stuck.
See
They
what
don't get
happens.
to blow up. Yeah.
Wait, they wouldn't blow them up.
No, they don't get to go to heaven and get the 72 version. They don't get that.
Never mind. Never mind. If they were gonna blow
Yeah, they
up,
don't even. They just
if
seal
they were
it.
gonna blow
That's
up, I would
it.
have found a locked room and have been like, all right, pair up, men, women. We're fucking for an hour and 30 minutes until the blast goes.
There's still, but we're only a floor away from the exit. No, we're locking this door and we're fucking until we explode. I'm the captain now.
I'm the captain.
We're all fucking and then we die. Well, especially after later on they say something like some traces of humanity are still in every zombie. So like you can probably know, like you know that you're a zombie and there's nothing you can do about it. It's like fuck that.
Right.
No thanks. All right. So then Alice has.
It's kind of like being horny. Yeah.
It's just nothing I can do about it.
Yeah. I'm just.
There's only one way to get this dick down.
I have to eat your face off. So they really were experimenting
must
with dick
consume you.
drugs. Like seriously, they have to, like they just side effect. They have to eat faces.
Side effects may lead to cannibalism and especially face eating.
Look real close. All of the male zombies rock hard.
They're all-
Whole movie. Yeah.
That's why
Look
there's
real
always
close.
a little like a 6-inch buffer when they're all trying to attack at the gates.
You're like, for some reason, they all feel pain only on their cocks.
So then Alice has a flashback of virus bunnies and realizes that the cure is in Sister Lisa's half underwater lab. So they head back only to find that the samples are empty. And then we cut to a Spence flashback where we find out that he was the one who stole the samples after he overheard Alice and Lisa's conversation. And he started this whole shit show as he just snaps back into being an asshole who then locks everyone in the lab and then runs to the train to get the cure after Sister Lisa Zombie bites him.
But again, why? Why? Like he vaguely alludes to being like, "Oh, I'm gonna make a bunch of money."
Yeah, well, even like Alice is like, "Why? No, I don't want that. Why would you do that?" He's like, "The money." She's like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, but like, there's no there's no good reason for it."
It's like
I see your frustration with it's just especially these two characters in that way. because they're intertwined, and you get nothing, and they're completely polar opposites. Considering like 12 hours before, they were passionately just ravaging each other's bodies.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I'm gonna say
Also,
this
like,
is
why
like
would
a
you kill
move-
everybody?
This is like a move like a weird guy
It's a Mark
makes
Wahlberg
like
movie.
on the 4th date. After like you went on the 3rd date, you had sex, right? And then you show up on the 3rd date, she's all excited, you're all excited, and then like sit down and he's like, "Hey, do you want to like go on vacation together?" And she's just like, "Oh, what? What are you talking? Why would you even suggest that? That's just weird." He's, well, it's a good deal. It's for the money. You know what I mean?
I already bought it.
He comes up with
Yeah.
he comes up with some weird excuse why it's not weird, but he's just like, just really weird.
This is the difference between stage 5 clingers for men and women. For women, they are just annoying, and then you tell them to go away, and they cry. For
Right.
men, they like cause the apocalypse,
Yeah, exactly.
or they murder somebody. They're gonna kill somebody.
Right. We just banged. I'm going to steal this deadly virus to give her the world.
I'm gonna spike
Maybe-
it on my way out for no fucking reason.
Maybe
I'm
you
gonna
don't.
kill all these people that I know that I work with
Maybe
every
don't.
day.
Maybe just pay for dinner.
Yeah, maybe have a conversation about it first, being like, "Hey, I overheard what you guys are talking about. Can I take one out and make a bunch of money first, and then you guys can expose it to everybody, and then that money won't matter because that other company will be exposed too."
That would be dumb, Max, because then it would ruin the grand gesture of ruining the world for you.
Can I just please see you naked one more time, please?
Yeah.
I don't know. All right, well, then the Red Queen broadcasts into a TV and shows Spence just getting eaten by this CGI-looking monster, which we haven't really touched on that much yet, which then just mutates into an uglier, more deadly CGI monster after tasting human flesh.
Once again, what a fucking video game. Like, we've had laser death rooms, crazy AI, monster AIs, and then we have giant evil monster thing that mutates. It's a Pokemon. It made it to the next level.
It's Carnage.
Like, it's ridiculous.
It's Carnage
Yeah.
from Spider-Man. That's what the fuck that thing is.
It's kind of like
God.
a human. It's Carnage from Spider-Man, yes. It's kind of like a human spider hybrid, right?
I don't know what the fuck
And then
that thing
and
is.
then it eats a human, and then it turns into a dog, or like a dog-like thing. And they're just like, I love how just throwaway it is too. It's like it just ate something else with other genes, and now it mutates, and it just mutates. And you're like, all right, fine, whatever.
Yeah, it's a fucking evil Pokemon, dude.
Yep.
Like,
Right.
you know,
Just
like
evolved.
it traded, it traded from like the red version to the blue version, and then it turned it into this shit by ingesting somebody. And yeah, now it's changed. It's strange. It's also, I'm just happy they put it in though, because in the games, the critters, they're called lickers.
Yeah.
Very, very sexual. And I'm happy that they gave it so much screen time and that it came through.
Yeah, the fans were probably loving it back in the day.
But the evolution shit, I don't even know if that was in the games. Like, that's also just ridiculous. And like, as a gamer, I would be pissed off. I'm like, really? You ate one thing and now you're like 10 levels stronger than me?
Yeah.
That's fucking bullshit. Break my fucking
The
controller.
entire time the guy's getting eaten, he's like, "No, I was just trying to impress my girlfriend."
Wait.
I was going to destroy the world. Yeah.
She kind of likes me, not likes me. Again, I mean, I didn't really like the character or the actor Addison, but I think he has this line too when he's watching that thing eating the other dude. He just goes, "What the fuck is that?" It's like, yeah, that's what I'd say. The fuck is that?
Yeah, I'd say
There are just great one-liners throughout this movie. Go ahead,
I
Tim.
would. I was gonna say I agree with both of you. I would say, "What the fuck is that?" And then be like, "All right, let's just call it a life. Let's just call it a day, guys."
Can we just fuck each other and blow up, please?
Yeah, just right now.
No, but listen, maybe the explosion didn't happen. I would shoot myself. I mean, again, I've said it multiple times in this podcast. People's will to live is too strong. Like, I would not go through all of this. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? It's like, do you really think you're this important to the world? It's like, no, just fucking die with some dignity. All right.
Yeah, an hour until this thing shuts down. That's like a minute.
Well, what are we waiting for? I mean, an hour. Who gives a shit?
Let the suicidal orgy begin. Let's go. Tim, this is a fire drill.
I am never going deep sea fishing with you. Like the second anything goes
It's
wrong,
the lighthouse.
It's like gonna be like the Lord of the Flies, or you're gonna kill us all. Just be like, but think you're doing us all a favor. When we're like, we can swim, you're like, nah, it's too far.
Nope. No, we should kill somebody and have sex with their dead body instead.
The dolphins will rape us if we try.
Tim, we're standing waist deep in the water. The beach is there. No, I won't let you do this.
Yeah.
It's a fool's errand.
Tim just comes with a gun. Get back in the boat.
Someone's dying tonight.
We're gonna fuck, and then I'm gonna kill both of us.
Listen, once I have something set in my mind, I have to do it. Okay? I don't give a fuck if we've docked. So the crew has 20 minutes to lock out, with the Red Queen telling them that they need to kill Michelle Rodriguez in order to get out, because she's clearly turning into a zombie at this point. But Alice acts as the Red Queen TV instead, followed by a surprisingly still alive Kaplan opening the doors after frying the servers again.
I think what all we could take away from this is that the Red Queen was right the entire time.
Yep.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think I know who my favorite character is now. Yep.
Huh.
Yep.
Yeah. All right.
It's like, this is really just a movie about a bunch of dumb people who should have listened to that computer.
It's like, listen, you guys all signed NDAs, so there's nothing we can do about it. It's in the NDA that the Red Queen will kill you.
Right.
You should have read the fine print.
So this is where we get the wonderful line, though, from Rodriguez, right? Where she's getting carried off by the two guys. She's like, I think after all this is done, I'm gonna get laid.
Like,
dude, she's got bigger balls than any dude in this movie. Where I'm just like, man, she'll fuck you. Like, I mean, like, you want to talk about power bottoms? Like, you're gonna be raw.
She's gonna turn you into a fucking zombie.
Yeah. Suck it all out.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So they then head to the train, where Alice axes up a chewed up Spence and drops her fake wedding band next to his dead body.
Oh God, after going, I miss you already.
Yeah, I know. I wrote that missed opportunity for that, like a Total Recall Arnold line of just consider this a divorce.
She does, of course, like they had to spend studio money just showing her cast the wedding ring onto the ground. Like,
Yeah.
Of course that shot had to happen. Like,
Surprise wasn't
But
in
is
slow
that
motion.
even a gesture? I mean, you weren't married. You weren't married. So it's just, really, you're just getting rid of a ring you don't own.
I mean, maybe it was like the Americans.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. I don't know.
Yeah,
I think she learned a lot in the last hour.
Yeah. Still
been a rough hour
processing
for
it,
her.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I don't know.
that's a really rough hour.
The whole thing's crazy. I would have killed myself in the first 10 minutes.
I would have killed myself in that mansion right after the shower.
When that guy
was-
got coffee spilt on him, I would have killed myself. Oh, God, it's all over me. Well,
Spence runs down like with all the stuff, spills. The guy just immediately pulls out a gun, shoots himself. Spence does a double take, gets locked in with everybody else. It's like, did that guy just fucking shoot him? Oh shit! I'm stuck in here too. I made a terrible mistake. So on the train, Kaplan and Michelle Rodriguez get injected with the cure as we get the first uninterrupted 60 seconds of quiet in this entire movie, which then gets interrupted by the CGI monster just ripping through the train, tossing Cap out, leading to Alice shooting this thing's exposed brain and nailing its tongue to the floor before opening a trapdoor, which then blows the thing up. Also, Michelle Rodriguez turns into a zombie for like 20 seconds and then gets shot in the head.
shot in the head.
Opening.
I have to say, top two zombies in the movie as far as like acting it out.
Yeah.
Her
Yep.
and James.
Yeah.
They both gave it their all.
Agreed.
I was very impressed with that.
Agreed.
Also, lovely blue eyes.
Yeah, looking good. Like a
Very
White Walker.
strange.
I was
Yeah,
just gonna
very
say
much
that,
so.
White Walker, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. White Walkers have better teeth.
Mm. Mm.
Huh.
Umbrella Corporation will fix that with some kind of product.
Jesus Christ. At what cost, Max? At what cost?
The erection. You lose the erection, but then you get sparkling teeth. Why does this train have a trap door that just goes directly to the rail line?
Oh, Max, you
Video
fool.
games.
You fool. Know nothing about train design.
Clearly, you've never been on the red line.
That is a different type of trapdoor. They don't want that to be there.
I just need $20 to get off this train, or else I'm going to continually harass everybody on this train.
There's just someone knocking on the conductor door in the red line. Sir, there's a big hole in the middle of the floor here. Shut up, you pansy. We put a board over it.
It's fine. So Alice and Addison, they're the last survivors who get to the mansion with 14 seconds to spare, which is a little surprising. 14 seconds wasn't usually you'd expect it to be right at the buzzer, but
Yeah, that's comfy.
yeah. But then Addison starts to mutate from the monster attack that he got. His arm just starts getting all spiky and shit. And before Alice can inject him with the cure, a bunch of bright white lab coat goons just grab both of them, saying that they need to put Addison into the Nemesis program while they sedate Alice.
Yeah, wasn't the guy, the doctor who's like, you kind of saw, wasn't he like the fucking villain from The Patriot or whatever?
Yeah, he's Malfoy, Lucius Malfoy,
Yeah,
Jason Isaacs. Yeah, yeah. How prominent are that guy's eyes? Like those piercing eyes that you know immediately. He's like, that's Jason Isaacs.
So
right
really?
there. Yeah.
Oh my God.
He
I
came
thought
in
I
for
was
a
crazy.
day.
Sorry. I just processed that for a couple seconds. I was like, that really was him.
Yeah.
I just noticed his gorgeous eyes.
So I guess he's friends with Paul W.S. Anderson. So he just did it as a favor. He just came in for a day to do it.
Showed up.
Yeah. Uncredited. Pretty cool.
Sure, mate. I'll lend you my eyeballs.
Yeah.
So you going to show me those clips of Mila or what?
Show me that air quote B-roll.
Yeah.
So to wrap up the movie, Alice wakes up strapped to a lab table and wearing basically the same piece of cloth that she had on in the entire Fifth Element movie. So she rips the lock and walks outside to find that the entire city's now an apocalyptic wasteland. So Alice snags a shotgun from a cop car, cocks it, and then the camera just zooms out to show the whole city in ruins, accompanied by just some more new metal music as the movie ends.
Thank you, Marilyn Manson. Creepy ass, excellent ass theme music.
Yeah.
He even worked on a lot of the score with the other guy.
Yeah, he did
which
the
is
whole
wild.
theme score. And then that other guy, he's done a shit ton of stuff. Like he's done all the
Yeah.
Scream movies and a couple of other horror movies and some bigger movies recently.
He did Mimic, which is actually a really good one from back in the day.
Hmm.
If you want to talk about like city fears, evil cockroaches that mutate and they start killing people in the subway.
That
But
sounds
like big ones,
terrible.
like 6 foot tall cockroach coming for your ass.
Oh boy.
Anyway, sorry.
Any other thoughts before we get into trivia?
Oh God, I just love Rodriguez so much. I miss her. What has she been in recently?
All the Fast
Besides-
movies.
Well, yeah. I mean, come on, Max.
She was an Avatar like 11 years ago.
Oh fuck, she was.
She was the pilot. I didn't realize that again because I did the same. I thought the same thing. I went to look at her IMDb today, just being like, what has she done recently besides Fast movies? I'm like, oh yeah, she
Yeah.
was an Avatar. It's a bunch
Okay.
of just random shit.
She's gold. I've always
She's
enjoyed
good.
He
her
was in
so
that
much.
SWAT movie.
Yeah,
Oh,
she
and
did SWAT
yeah.
after I think this. Like she was on a fucking roll. Like
Yeah.
she did this. She did like the Fast movie.
Two
This
Girls, One Cup?
SWAT. Yep, that one. 3 girls, 2 cups.
4 cups,
The
8
Company.
girls.
Yep.
Yeah, I didn't see that one.
Eat your fiber.
Yep.
4 girls, no
4
cups.
girls, no
Fiber.
cups. Yep.
Ooh.
That's my favorite
Yep.
one.
Pain Olympics. She was in the
Oh.
Pain Olympics. This movie was the Pain Olympics for her. Just getting fucking bitten so many goddamn
God,
times.
you remember the
Jeez,
first
dude.
person
No,
who was
she
like, "You
was-
gotta see this video, dude, in college."
I have never watched it.
And
I have never. I'm like, what is it? Is someone cutting their dick in half? I'm like, I'm not
yeah,
gonna watch
why
that.
would you want to watch that?
No, never watched that thing.
Ugh. Like that's yeah. See, that's the thing. I'm good after the fact. Like I'll look at it after it's been done, but I'm not going to watch the. No.
Apparently that was fake too. So if it makes you feel better.
Oh,
Okay, time for trivia. Sarah Michelle Gellar, Jennifer Love Hewitt, Kirsten Dunst, and Natasha Henstridge, who's the Species Girl, were all considered for the role of Alice, with Sarah Michelle Gellar accepting the role only to turn it down just due to the amount of nudity and violence.
What did she think it was when she accepted it?
I don't know. It's like you're fucking Buffy at this point. I think there's enough violence in that show. It's
Also,
probably,
like,
it's probably
there's
like the CW just being like, you can't do it. You can't be naked.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. She wasn't even like super naked. It was tasteful.
Yeah, not as much nudity as our text threads have shown of how upset Tim and Bill, who was supposed to be on this episode, were. You're like, where's all the tits, John?
Oh my gosh.
The fuck?
Yeah, bro, I'm like, what? I was like, guys, like, so seriously, talking to you right now, Tim, I only said there was only one fast tit. That was it.
I don't know. From the tenor of that conversation, I was expecting there to be multiples of tits.
We'll see.
Tits all
If you
over the
keep
place.
watching the second one, there are stripper zombies.
Ooh.
Then it's like kind of like Jeffrey Dahmer stuff, you know?
Yeah, but they're walking.
All right.
But they're fake,
Alright,
not
fine.
real.
In more ways than one, Max.
I don't know. I would have, but going back to this, I would have loved to have seen Jennifer Love Hewitt just bouncing around in this
man.
underground facility
Oh, yeah.
for an hour and a half. God damn it. Disservice to
Oh, my
everybody for her
gosh.
not accepting this role.
Imagine the hospital gown with that.
Woo!
God, yeah, you
Yeah,
it just wouldn't have fit.
Ha.
I'm a fan of myself.
There he is.
Oh, Lord,
So you need to isolate that and then just send it to Bill really loud. Just really loud.
Oh,
Just put it on a loop, just
Lord,
set it.
that's hotter than a crawfish ball in Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
It's harder than a whore in church on Sunday. All right. George Romero, who is basically the godfather of zombie movies and created the 1968 classic Night of the Living Dead. He was the first director hired for this movie, but then they let him go after 5 different script changes due to creative differences.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So, like, Max, I think you understand this. I don't quite understand, but like, how significant is like a rewrite?
I think it depends.
How many are how much is 5?
I think
like,
5's a good
seems
amount.
like
Yeah, usually they'll
and it's like, all right,
they'll have like
that's a lot of time.
Usually the first draft is like a rough draft, basically. It's just like you writing an essay. Like you got to write it 2 or 3 times before it's final, you know?
Yeah.
Before you perfect it. I think it's kind of the same thing for movies for the most part, but I don't know. It all
That's a lot of
depends.
time.
Granted, yeah, like, I mean, I think Back to the Future had like 28 rewrites or something. So,
Fuck you.
but that's because that was like over 10 years. But for George Romero, I guess like one of the producers, he said it was just too violent and it would have been like an NC-17. Like there's no way they would have gone around it. And the guy was from Germany and he's like, they wouldn't have released this in my country. Like it just was too fucking brutal.
It's too brutal for Germany? Wow. That's pretty brutal.
That's a shame. I wish I could see it. That would be lovely.
I know. Well, I guess the scripts are online. I'm gonna look into it after this because I guess it's much closer related to the actual games. Like he was an old man at this point, so he couldn't play the video games, but he sat down and watched somebody play the games, and he was just taking notes doing it.
He's a badass.
And he also directed like the Resident Evil 2 video game like trailer. You know when the video games have like the live action commercials. He directed one of those too. So like it should have been him. Like he was already like, I mean, the guy fucking created like the zombie genre for movies.
Yeah, you're right. No, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, this is an interesting thing. How come in every zombie movie, it always takes everybody so long to figure out you need to go for the head? Almost as if zombies, like the concept, never existed in the world.
That's always, I feel like, the case for almost every movie. They never say zombies or like any of the lingo. The only ones I can really think of is was the Zombieland? Is that the name of it? Right?
Zombieland.
Yeah, Zombieland.
Yeah, that was good.
That's like one of the only ones I can think of in which they're like, they're zombies and you guys shoot them in the head, like immediately off the bat.
Well, I forgot how much I miss Zombieland. I need to watch that.
The second one's good too.
the premise of it just to me is kind of weird too, because I'm just kind of like, if you want to kill something, just anything, if you shoot it in the head, it's probably the best way to do it.
I mean, that's what that old
Typically.
New Orleans Saints coach said. You kill the head, you
What?
kill the body.
Oh yeah, Sean Payton, right?
Oh,
Yeah, no, it was what's his name, Williams, the defensive coordinator.
Oh yeah,
Was the one. Brian, I think it was not Brian Williams, Greg Williams.
Yeah.
Greg Williams, he's the one who, like he was on audio saying that, like was one of the players recorded it, being like, "This is fucked up."
Yeah, doling out CTE to
Just-
everybody.
Yeah, just giving people money for headshots,
oh my
literally
God.
giving them bonuses if they would just like concuss the other
Yep.
player. Yep, that guy knew it. He would have been great in the zombie apocalypse.
Oh shit, yeah, he'd be like the number one zombie killer.
Yeah. Going back to Zombieland, by the way, in Zombieland 2, in the end credits, they show how the zombie apocalypse happened, and it starts at the at the Garfield 3 premiere with Bill
Oh
Murray.
my God.
Like Bill Murray comes back just for that.
Bill Murray was Bill fucking Murray. Like oh my God, that was so good. That and Woody. Woody's fucking fantastic.
He is great.
Love the enthusiasm. You'll be the last to die. Just great quotes.
Back to trivia. Mila Jovovich, and the director of this movie. We already mentioned that. They're married. They got 3 kids.
Yeah.
Their oldest kid played the Red Queen in like the most recent movie, apparently.
Oh, that's
It's
badass.
kind of cool.
Yeah. Well, like honestly, yeah, their youngest born in 2020, a month before the world ended.
Yeah. Yep.
They're still fucking.
Yeah, they are. I bet they watch that fucking B-roll. They must bust that out every once in a while. I was like, hey, sweetie, you want to watch like way back when? You know what I mean?
Thank you, Umbrella Corporation.
Remember the things you were doing with that tentacle monster that we cut out of the movie?
Jokovic also did all of her own stunts, except for the pipe jumping scene.
Yeah, dude. She's a fucking boss.
Yeah.
Bouse.
She is. Bouse. And she also ADR'd all of her lines in post because she wanted to make her voice deeper
That's weird.
to sound more. She's got a very like youthful, girly voice. If you ever hear her actually talk,
Oh really?
she kind of puts on like an action hero voice.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, she's doing the same thing as every other actor in movies do. It's like, I don't really talk like this. I actually talk like this.
George Clooney.
I love theater. Yeah, I'm sure Brad Pitt.
Oh, Brad.
And then last
She's
one
got
here
range.
is the makeup crew had a lot of trouble with the zombie dogs because they kept on licking all the makeup
Yeah.
off.
It's like, God damn it, Fido. Fucking
Stop licking all this, you adorable zombie doggy.
Jesus, just if you weren't so cute, I'd just eat you.
Who would have thought these dogs would have been licking this crazy shit we're putting on them off?
All this edible prosthetics we're putting on this dog. Why are they licking it?
All right, who thought it was a good idea to make these prosthetics out of steak?
Dog treats.
Yeah, steak and dog treats.
God.
All right, box office game. How much did this movie cost and how much did it make?
I say it cost 200 million and it made 350 million.
It cost $75 million to make, and it made $280 million.
So this came out in 2002. So it cost $33 million and it made $103 million.
Okay, so my ratio
don't
was
believe
fine.
you.
Yeah.
Added in with inflation for
Inflation,
for
yep, just
2022.
add on
yeah,
that
bam.
And on the goddamn Biden inflation, you got to put a zero onto everything. The
Ugh.
movie was released in the U.S. on March 15th of 2002. Debuted at number 2 spot with 17.7 million that weekend. Any guess of what was number 1? And I'll give you a hint. It was a kids' animal movie that's probably spawned as many sequels as Resident Evil.
Finding Nemo.
Ice Age.
Ice Age.
Huh.
Ice
You take that,
Age
Tim.
made 46.3 million that weekend. Second was 17.7 with this one. All right.
Damn. Okay. Ice Age. God, the evil little squirrel, dude. Like that is everything. That is the most genius.
I know.
I'm not going to talk about the fucking saber-toothed squirrel, but it's somebody's got to say
It's
it.
just sad that Dennis Leary made money off of those.
He's made a lot of money off of that. All right. Time for next question. Who is your favorite and least favorite in this?
Well, I'm going to preempt you, Max. The Red
Jeez.
Queen is my favorite. Just she was right the whole time. I mean, people just should have. This movie should have been 30 seconds long, and it should have just been like, all right, the Red Queen made the right decision. Let's all move on with our lives. Do. And then my least favorite, John misrepresenting the amount of tits in this movie.
Wow, I'm going to be in trouble for a while, aren't I?
You are in a lot of trouble right now.
Ugh, I know. I shouldn't dangle the tits in front of the Timster.
I mean, Tim made a GIF a while back with Will Ferrell as Harry Carey, just saying, "Just say there's tits in this movie, and we can move on."
Which is yes, this is my exact motto. That's how I pick movies.
Are there tits in it? Yes, I'm watching it.
Yeah,
in.
It's the color purple.
You know what, Tim? If nothing else, the movie starts off with some tits and basically ends with it. So that's pretty good, right?
Yeah. Some side boob.
Listen, I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to complain about those two scenes.
Okay.
So.
Well, at least Bill isn't here to pile on me and shit. Fucking God.
Oh, Bill's skinny as a rail. If he piled onto you, you barely feel it.
Oh, God. I couldn't handle you both fucking swallowing cock on the fucking mic. Just be. So my favorite is, what's Michelle's character? Rain. So Rain, Michelle Rodriguez's character, she's just the fucking best.
Rain.
Everything she does, she's so fucking wonderful. She's just badass. Today, Rain. My name's Rain. I have attitude like Rain.
Yeah.
I can be stinking Rain, fat Rain, sideways Rain.
My brothers are Joaquin and River.
Yeah, we were all born in a cult.
Yeah,
It's pretty cool. Yeah.
it's pretty cool.
It's great. My least favorite is going to be like all of the other Black Ops soldiers, like minus the ones that survived and the captain, because he was fucking badass. They just, as you said, it was like, they were like the equivalent of the SWAT team going in Die Hard 1, where like one of them gets pricked by a thorn and goes, ow. It's like, that's what they were. It was just, God, dude, fuck.
One of my favorite
that's who I
movie
got.
moments of all time.
Yeah.
Ow. So my favorite is also going to be the Red Queen. She's basically just Hal 2.0 from 2001 Space Odyssey, just a little more on top of it. And
I can't do that, Max.
I'm sorry, I can't do that. And then my least favorite is going to be the guy who got coffee spilt on him.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
So I guess my favorite could also be the elevator then.
Yeah,
Poor coffee guy.
fuck that guy.
Which
Poor
is still,
coffee guy.
yeah. Oh, great. Don't be a sassy little bitch. You got coffee spilt all over yourself. Take it like a man.
Yeah.
Take that burning sting like
Then
a
that
man.
guy has the nerve to think that like that lady's like now interested in him. Like, dude, you just fucking baited your way into that elevator. I mean, I don't know what to tell you, dude.
Why isn't the elevator moving, guys? Why
Right.
isn't it moving? It's like,
Wow.
Shut the fuck up.
You couldn't impress this lady more with your whining about coffee and then you shitting yourself because the elevator stopped for a second.
I will give him that was a very impressively aggravating meltdown inside of an elevator that wasn't moving. Like, it was, wow.
A bitchy meltdown. This isn't funny, guys. We're just dude, chill the fuck out. We've been on this elevator for like 3 seconds.
Hey, man, accept your fate.
Yep. Tim's like, we should just have an orgy in this elevator before we just all go
Yeah, before we all just kill. Yeah, because I'm going to kill all of us.
We're
just
all
so you
gonna
know.
die, gang. might as well have an orgy.
See, the funny thing is I poured coffee on my shirt on purpose so I could just take it off.
Everyone's like, sir, you walked onto this elevator naked. You didn't know it was going to stop before you got on.
Tim just steals somebody's like cup of coffee, just pours it over his head. Well, I guess we all need to get naked and have an orgy now. I called dibs on that one over there.
Oh, Bob, how'd you get here?
Callback to things that are not going to be recorded or anyone's going to understand. Good times. Okay, time for to hold my popcorn ratings. Prepare to be judged. What's your rating for Resident Evil?
I give this 4 xenomorphs out of 8 predators divided by 10 steak dogs.
Tim, fun fact. The director of this movie also directed Alien vs. Predator.
Do
There
I
you
win a
go.
prize?
Another great, terrible movie.
Yeah. Show me potato salad.
Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah.
I can go. I'm going to give this just one underwhelmed Tim for being told that there's going to be a lot more nudity in this movie out of 2 Timmy blue balls for being told that there's going to be a lot more nudity in this movie.
Actually, 3.
Actually, just 1.
3. My doctor says that one of them might be a cancerous lump, but I'm like, yeah, all right, crackpot.
I'm going to do my own research. Thank you, doctor.
Okay. Where'd you learn that? Medical school? Yeah, right, buddy.
Dude.
Like, I did learn that in medical school, yes. All right, pal.
I just went to ask.com. They said something different, doc.
Yeah.
I went to Yahoo Answers. They said this is totally normal.
I asked Jeeves, and it turns out that's not a thing anymore.
He
so
just didn't
I'm all
respond
good.
to me. It just never loaded. I was just looking at Jeeves for like 2.5 hours. I had to go to bed.
Right.
Give me a second. I'm looking up ass.com.
ASK, not ass.com.
Oh, damn it. My
Or the iced tea, the axe.com.
my antivirus software is like, nope, you're not going to this website.
How
It's like,
about
no.
azz.com?
So I'm going to give this movie 0, being the 0 fucks that I give about the fucking twin set of blue balls over here with Tim and Bill. Get over it. You enjoyed the movie.
Just do some weird dance to that.
I did like a Herb Dawson.
Yeah, that's exactly what that is.
And that'll be out of 1 sexy zombie.
That was a sexy zombie.
She was
One
a
sexy
sexy zombie.
zombie.
Yep.
That should be a romantic comedy.
And that's not Moon Zombie, Rob Zombie's wife, because she is not sexy. Sorry.
Whoa. Jesus Christ. That's
I
not
tried to watch that Monsters movie. Oh, God. Just garbage.
I wouldn't even
Liquid
go near it. I
garbage.
just looked at that and was like, nah,
fucking
that's
terrible.
Oh, fun fact, news bulletin. Azz.com, AZZ.com. They're like a renewable energy company.
Wow. Man, they must have been on the internet early. So it's for this episode, it's Halloween time. I think this episode's got to come out on Halloween. So any spooky recommendations? It doesn't have to be spooky for Timmy, because I know the Timster doesn't like the spooky ookie.
You know what? I'm going to recommend something. The
Mhm.
Watched on Netflix.
The Watched. Okay.
The Watchers.
The Watch.
Oh, is that like the suburbs,
Yeah.
and they're all fucking weird? Okay, yeah, that's the next one we're gonna watch.
Yeah.
That's on the
I
docket.
mean, listen, I'm scared of it, and I don't really want to watch it. But
It's also-
Abby's making me watch it, and it's not bad.
Ryan Murphy's not a bad creator, so he did the Dahmer show, and he's done a fuck ton of other stuff. He does all the American Horror Story stuff. He does Glee. He does like a bunch of shit. We just finished watching Midnight Mass, which was pretty good. It came out last year.
Midnight Mass was solid. Yeah. That
Enjoyable,
was solid.
especially if you're Catholic and if you know any like my wife went to Catholic school and she's just like, oh shit, like this is deep.
Oh, is that the one about like the weird town where the priest moves to the town? Yeah.
Yeah, it's like Martha's
Yeah,
Vineyard.
the town's
basically.
like an island.
Yeah.
Yeah, tiny little island.
Yeah, it's good. And then
It's very
miracles start happening, and it's good. But
there's one on Amazon, and it's called I think it's literally called Monsters, and it's just really twisted, creepy, not necessarily like horrifying stories that it'll fuck with you. It's pretty good. I'm looking it up right now. Hold on. Let's see. That's good. Of course, I mentioned it earlier, Event Horizon.
Yeah.
For anyone who wants to like see like some pretty freaky shit. And also have whatever that actor's name is who plays
Sam Neill.
Super cool. Sam Neill.
Yeah.
He will be ruined for you for like a solid year. He's so dark towards the end of that. It's kind of a spoiler, but whatever.
So my recommendation, which is going to be more for a very select few people, not Tim, probably John, but it's on Netflix, TV series called Brand New Cherry Flavor.
Oh, so is that worthwhile?
Oh my God, yes. We watched it a few months ago. Probably 6 months ago. Nikki actually watched it, which I was shocked by because it is, I mean, it's as much body horror as like a Cronenberg movie, like The Fly. Like it is, they have some fucked up stuff in it, but
okay,
it's graphic, it's disturbing, it's funny, it's like riveting. But the storyline is like it's the early 90s, a young horror filmmaker. She's trying to make it in Hollywood, and she's basically gets back at a movie producer who wronged her with the help of a witch. And then there's just like a lot of like human sacrifice and sex magic and zombies and a lot of cat stuff, which I don't want to ruin
a lot
that.
of cat stuff.
Yeah, I don't want to ruin that, but it's a lot of cats. it's
do they hurt the cats?
No.
Okay, good.
No, it's something else.
Do they sex the cats?
No, they don't
okay,
hurt
good.
the cats. But there's just a lot of cat stuff.
Cats.
But yeah, again, like Nikki watched the entire thing with me. Like it's like she couldn't turn away from it, so maybe Lisa will watch it too. I don't know. The first episode starts off. So the problem was that the first episode is pretty straightforward. It's good. And I'm like, oh, this is something I think that Nikki will enjoy. And then it gets into like it's not until like the second, third, fourth episode and things start getting fucking wild. But very enjoyable. And then I'd also just say like the new Halloween movie, Halloween Ends. I watched that on Friday. I liked it a lot. I know it was
good. Okay, I haven't watched that one yet.
I know it's pretty polarizing. A lot of people are pissed off about it, but I'd put it in my top 5. Halloween.
What the fuck?
It's
could
good. It's
be wrong
original.
with it. It's a fucking slasher.
Yeah,
like,
but it's more like, oh, it's not enough Mike Myers. It's like they've done like fucking 12 of these movies going back to the 70s.
Stupid.
You don't need him in every scene. Like it's
we just need to start ignoring the neckbeards. Like, we have to ignore the neckbeards. Like they will ruin everything.
Yeah, like it came out recently that like the Snyder cut was basically like one dude who just had like 100,000 bots.
Jesus God.
Yeah, it's like don't listen to what people say online. They're a bunch of fucking inbred monsters.
Watch stuff that you're fucking interested in. I mean, like Hellraiser also, that's
good.
worthwhile.
Yeah.
I watched it.
I liked it.
You know,
it made me immediately turn on the original.
Yeah. Like it's solid. It's solid. It's great. And then Black Phone with was it Ethan Hawke?
I gotta watch that one. I've been trying to get Nikki to watch it, but she won't.
There's is a really interesting like sliver of like paranormal to it.
Okay. Yeah.
Which is done really well. Which I like as it happened, I was like, this is really cool. I've never seen anything done like this before. It's totally worth it. And Ethan is creepy as fuck.
He's like the Scream King. He's done an underrated amount of horror movies.
Yeah.
And they're like all good.
He also still looks really good with his shirt off.
Good for him.
And he's just a dad's dad now. Like I'm sure in between roles, like he's got a fucking beer gut down there. Just
and his voice is just getting gravelly and more gravelly every movie.
Yeah.
It's like you hear Ethan Hawke now just I'm Ethan Hawke. It's like what the fuck happened to your voice?
He's 3 steps away from just screaming about how he's not wearing hockey pants. Yeah.
Yes. Exactly.
I have one more.
Also, for folks who haven't said it. Oh, you got one?
Yeah.
Go for it. Go. Do it.
Law and Order SVU.
Oh, my God.
Bingo.
I will say the captain from the Black Ops squad, you know, he does kind of, he acts like he was like taken off of like an SVU or an NCIS a little bit.
Or like
a little bit.
He sounds like he's in a video game.
Yeah.
When he's talking like this. And then clearly at some point when they go to the computer animation, it is definitely ADR'd because his voice starts changing to this. Did you notice that? I'm like, they cut halfway through. It's like, okay, whatever happened there, they spliced in the next set of lines, and that was done at a later time.
Mm-hmm.
God, I didn't pick up on it.
Yeah. Well, I rewound it twice because I'm like, okay, what is he talking about? I'm gonna have to write this shit down. So I'm like, oh wait. Yeah. Yep. But besides that, we'll probably take a little bit of a hiatus. We're thinking about a couple of different movie series. I think we might do like some kind of like snow themed series. We'll probably sprinkle in a Christmas episode here or there, and then we're gonna get into like probably a buddy cop series after that. So stay tuned. We'll be back at some point.
A lot of good programming, folks.
Yep.
Not this episode,
but other ones will be.
but other
will
ones
be good.
are good. But this one was a miss.
We were burnt out.
Yeah, just gonna come
Mainly-
out and say that. I sucked a lot of dicks throughout this episode, and not proud.
I started off hot by miming sucking dicks, and it turns out that that's just what I did the whole episode. So
Sucking dicks and making and just racial slurs that are getting cut out. Besides that, flawless.
I made the first 20 minutes unlistenable. What are you gonna do, folks? Hey,
go fuck
It's
yourself.
Uncle
It's
Timmy
all
over
free
here.
anyway.
yeah, Uncle Timmy over here. It's like your Uncle Timmy at Thanksgiving.
Yep. Redbubble.
God, Thanksgiving is coming. Redbubble, get the stickers.
Get your goddamn stickers, you sons of bitches.
Put them on your forehead, put them on your nips,
Yep.
cover your belly button.
Zombie strippers can use them for pasties.
Totally. Pasties.
Yep.
You know,
There
put
you
them on
go.
a sign. Put them on a toilet.
You can eat them if you want. I don't
Yeah,
give a fuck
they'll
what you
probably
do.
pass a couple years.
Yeah.
Probably, right?
Yep. Yep.
You roll it up just right.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty. Well, fun times. Kinda.
Except for the dick sucking and the racism. Fun times, fellas.